EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down,
Riley, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The Saints in 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Murray. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, second down.
All runners counting their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now Lewis here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tua. Going underneath for Lewis.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa.
Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton.
Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds McCoy. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
From the 41, Murray. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing again, Murray.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Up the middle they go. It's Riley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Murray from midfield. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Murray off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown, then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
From the 6. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back. They're going to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coach.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Riley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Riley.
Has strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Now a give, right side. It's Riley. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Anderson back out there to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop it right at the line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here.
Throw finding Thornton over the middle.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Tua on fourth down. He is going to find Hill here.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings us 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Riley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
91 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On second down now, it's Riley. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. It's a short, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders' kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the sack on first down, Murray.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
Murray now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Olave holds it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go. Omaha.
Now Murray again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Riley. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Murray. He completes it to Olave. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua, rolling to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Got it. 10 cycles. Smash, break. 6, 7, 10.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Here we go. Field, flat.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. On the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's McCoy. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 115 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for two. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get...
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 13.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips, his 2nd sack of the night.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Lewis. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back. Everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Riley, and a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. It's Riley, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready?
They'll start off with a give to Lewis.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
A 12-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it is.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So a victory here for